Welcome back to 2K TV. Bill Simmons, the sports guy. Now, the sports guy is your nickname, but if you were a player, what would you have as your nickname?
Washed up.
Washed up,
Yeah.
that's it?
Yeah. I quit pickup like 5 years ago.
I'm gonna end it right now.
He's going to end it.
I'm going to end it.
I feel it. I feel it.
Game.
Before we, well, great attitude. His work inside, a big part of the DA. Thanks. And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Sexton.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different scorer than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
Look at Cleveland's starting group. Ashman and Love are the forwards. Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. And it's Drummond in at the 5. And for Chicago, Porter and Markkanen, the duo at forward. White and Levine team up in the backcourt. And it's Carter in at the 5 down low. Now here's Markkanen. Kicks it to White. From deep. Smitty, we know players are getting more nights off around this time of the year. How much did that occur when you were playing in the NBA?
Coaches and organizations really came up to guys when they see they were hurting. You didn't want them to play when they were injured. And then at the end of the season, Kevin, usually you looked and said, ooh, we have the number 6 seed locked up or whatever place locked up. And then that's when you start to get nights off. I don't remember doing it during game 20 and game 30 where guys started to get nights off.
Osman kicks to Garland. Tries it from the top of the key. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast. And here's White. He'll bring it up for the Bulls. There's a victory here for the home team last time these guys met.
Yeah, really ratcheted up the pressure in their last matchup, getting steals and just creating havoc defensively.
Their D was just phenomenal in the last game. We'll see if they bring that same intensity again.
Here's Sexton. After the made shot from Lauri Markkanen. And the first shot of the night for him, no good. Bean passes to Carter. And White kicks to Levine. Out to White. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Porter passes to Markkanen. 3 on the clock. Down low. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Cavaliers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. And there's the pass to Sexton. Here's Love. Lays it up and banks it in.
How about 3 of 4 from the floor to start? That's always a good sign.
Now the Bulls with it. And Garland comes to help. Levine deciding where to go with it. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Providing so much size and athleticism out of the backcourt. Levine challenging the heart of that defense.
Well, you just watch Levine play, and you can see the athleticism he possesses. Greg just explodes anytime he wants to.
And guys, with Levine, the speed and first step have always been there for him. But you can see the strength he's added to his game since his rookie year whenever he goes at the rim.
Markkanen, and denied. He sends it right off the glass. Here's Osman. The basket good off the assist from Sexton.
The defense cannot afford to give him an inch that close to the basket because he will burn you every time.
And White kicks to Levine. Carter right side. Left side Markkanen. Goes back up. And it's Carter missing. The Cavaliers have gone 4-7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Garland dishes to Sexton. Over White. Love. And Love with the second chance points. Love's got 6 points.
Well, how does Love come up with this? Effort, energy. Look at the competitive spirit.
Baseline try, and Carter with the basket on the assist from Porter. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Sexton deciding where to go with it. Over Levine. The shot by Sexton, no good.
Missing that one helps out all the analytical guys from the mid-range.
The shot by Markkanen, nobody around. Nice shot from 10 feet out. Markkanen's got his second basket.
Beautiful find by Levine there. Takes his time to survey the floor.
There's 53 seconds left here in the first quarter. Here's Sexton. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
And he gets one to fall, and now one out of his first 4.
At the elbow, it's Markkanen. Here's Porter. The shot misses, so Cleveland will take it the other way. Drummond with it, and it's Carter picking him up. And that one's good. Osman.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. Passes it to Markkanen. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
If Markkanen can do this, play a little bully ball from time to time, watch out.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And that 82% free throw percentage this season must have him feeling pretty good about himself at the line.
So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Wendell Carter. Chandler Hutchison comes in for Otto Porter Jr. Saransky's checked in for Levine, and it's done in for White. On the wing, Porter. Dishes it to Garland. Overdone. Tips it. It's hauled in by Cornett. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Cavaliers lead by 2. From the United Center in Chicago, back in a moment. And as we return, it's Noche Latina, celebrating the NBA's connection to the Latin American community. And what do you guys think about the Cavaliers so far in this one?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
That's their mindset. Attack, attack, and attack some more. You're not going to beat them playing soft.
We've got Young. Satoransk there with Dunn. And it's Cornett in at the 5. That's the Bulls' 5 as we get into the second quarter.
What I like is when Chris Dunn keeps his poise, keeps his eyes up, good things happen.
Here's Windler. Satoransky covering. Rebound by the Bulls.
The defense was begging him to take that shot, and he took the bait, but you can't blame him.
And Coach Jim Boylan agreeing to a multi-year extension with the Bulls this summer, Greg.
And taking that interim tag off his title as head coach, Boylan, with over 30 years of coaching experience, afforded the opportunity to continue developing this young core.
And Dunn over to help. Just 5 on the clock. And that's out of bounds. Cleveland will retain possession. Now we have a moment to look at how the blocks have been stacking up over the past several months for Drummond.
We're just not seeing that same fierceness out of him defensively these last few months. He's lost a little bit of that intimidation factor. He's not blocking as many shots, and he's not making the same impact on that end of the floor.
Chicago leading. Hutchison passes to Young. Another shot, and the basket by Hutchison.
And without looking at the scoreboard, you think they were the team trailing and trying to fight their way back.
And Porter, here we go. Here's Thompson, and there's the bucket. Staying with it on the offensive glass, getting it done. Thompson's got his first bucket in this one. Satoransky against Porter. And Satoransky kicks to Young. Plenty of room to knock down the shot. Young's got the lead up to 3 now for Chicago. For Cleveland, they've gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Pass to Dunn. Here's Hutchison. They get it back.
Shut down. This is the way you play defense. This is how you protect the rim.
Thompson, left side. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. Young's running. Here's Satoransky. Here's Cornette. Pass to Hutchison. The 3. Offensive rebound. Tries yet again. Count that bucket. Cornette's got 4 points this quarter.
That's just staying in the moment, keeping with the current possession.
Porter dishes to Nance. Makes it off the glass. Smitty, you played with the U.S. national team. Would you say they allow more physicality in FIBA than they do in the NBA?
No, I think, Kevin, different parts of the game, there's more physicality. Like on the free throw line, boxing out. Like going up for rebounds, they let a lot more than we're used to go. But usually the NBA players adjust, and they find their way.
Chicago making some changes. Valentine comes in for Chandler Hutchison, and it's Harrison in for Chris Dunn. Nance passes to Windler. Plays it up and in on the nice reverse. Windler's got his first 2 points of the night.
And they've repeatedly plugged inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Harrison kicks to Satoransky. His 3-pointers off the mark.
I mean, he's staying aggressive, trying to regain his touch. But right now, he's hurting the team.
Garland dishes to Porter. Nance outside. Now, here's Garland. Satoransky covering. Takes a shot at the elbow. Garland, no good. Chicago trailing here. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Shutout in the first quarter. He's heating up now. I like the aggressiveness.
Lauri Markkanen's checked in for the Bulls. White comes in for Satoransky. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Andre Drummond's checked in for Tristan Thompson. Kevin Love comes in for Nance. Cedi Osman, he's checked in for Porter. And it's Sexton in for Garland. Now, here's Sexton. 26 points for him last game against Chicago. A putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Always finding ways to score. Love gets aggressive on that putback.
Harrison passes to White. Score of the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
That's a nice read. The value of keeping your eyes up.
Now, here's Sexton. White covering. The shot by Sexton, no good. For Chicago, they've gone 7 of 13 from the field since the start of the second. Here's Valentine. The shot, no good. Cavaliers go the other way with it. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago.
You got to give them an A for effort. Just fell a little bit short in that one.
Yes, out on the road, it's hard to overcome missed opportunities, even when you're playing hard.
Back to Markkanen. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. It's Chicago. They're up by 2. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Zach, a hard-fought first half. What changes have to be made to get a little separation?
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And we hope you enjoyed. It was a closely contested first quarter for Chicago. Their field goal percentage was a... And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin with Kevin Harlan standing by.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Kevin Love with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
And many of those quality shots have been jumpers. A very high percentage of those in the first half.
So on the floor for Cleveland, Sexton and Osman on the perimeter. Andre Drummond is out there with Kevin Love, and it's Garland in at the point. Now here's Porter. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Drummond with it. Now guarded by Porter. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it. As we get a break in the action now, let's take a look at the East and how the teams are stacking up. Taking a look at Chicago. It's been a rough season for them. The good news is the lottery is only a couple months away. And, of course, there's the Cavaliers sitting there 4 spots below.
Yeah, but checking out Chicago, they're going to stumble towards the finish line this season with the playoffs nowhere near a possibility.
All the talk around them now is already about what's going to take place in the offseason. Who's going to go? Who's going to stay? I'd be surprised if they don't have a much different look next year.
And Smitty, with all that he's been through, you can't question Zach LaVine's love of the game.
You're so right. It's crazy to think LaVine wasn't even a starter in college, but he's worked so hard to improve. The way he has fought back from injuries and continually dedicated himself to the game, something to admire.
And the Cavaliers this summer selecting point guard Darius Garland with the 5th overall pick. The second-year man, Colin Sexton, already on the roster. Greg, how do you see the fit between these two players?
Well, I mean, both are 6'2". The questions will come at the defensive end of the floor. Offensively, both show great promise as shooters, very scoring-minded guards, reminiscent possibly of a Lillard-McCollum pairing for the Blazers, which could be a roadmap for the Cavs.
Love what Drummond did on that play. Kept his eyes up, and he was being unselfish.
Left side, Levine. Back to White. Low block shot. Carter, great positioning on the putback.
Right there, Carter using his instincts and motor to track down the miss and convert into second chance points.
It's stolen by Carter. Stolen by Garland. Osman kicks to Sexton. Buries it from three-point range. Sexton's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Talented, driven. He puts constant pressure on your defense.
White the pass to Markkanen. One-on-one fast break. Here's Garland. And that one hits back iron.
Even though that one didn't go down, I like the offensive game plan here. 3 for 4 coming out of the break.
Guys, close one here. No team getting a huge advantage.
Yeah, tooth and nail fight so far, guys. These sides match up really well.
Now, here's Sexton. 7 points in the game over White. The offensive rebound, and Drummond is right there. And the Cavaliers lead by 1.
What makes Drummond a great rebounder, not just the size and athleticism, it's his tremendous anticipation.
Osman kicks to Love. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. For Chicago, they've gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. The kick out to Porter. It's Chicago with another bucket.
Off the catch, that's when I feel like Porter is most in rhythm with his shot.
Now, here's Sexton. Not a lot of room. On the mark with the 15-footer. Sexton's got 9.
Talk about making halftime adjustments. You love what they're doing with him now offensively.
The pass to Levine. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. White dishes to Levine. Shot clock at 5. And stolen by Drummond. In transition, here come the Cavaliers. Garland leading the charge. Love the pass to Sexton. Now Drummond. Cleveland moving the ball around. Sexton up top, guarded by Porter. Sexton's shot is good.
Clever and confident in that pick and roll. Sexton's decision-making in these sets has really improved.
Carter down low, working on Drummond. That one goes. Count it. Markkanen's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And so far in the second half, this has been a different kind of game than what we saw early on.
In this half, a more entertaining one. The pace has picked up, tougher defense, better ball movement.
Now here's Levine. He's got 6. Markkanen dishes to Carter, and he banks in the layup. He's got 6.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
To the middle, stolen by Carter.
Got to run the clock and wait for the last shot.
Yes, you do, but it's a dilemma. If you get a great look earlier in the clock, do you take it?
Levine kicks to White. Left side, Markkanen. And that one released in time, but no good. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Bulls lead by 1. From the United Center in Chicago, back in a moment. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, you also have the location of the pass. Puts it right where it needs to be, where his man can do something with it.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Young and Carter are the big men inside. Chris Dunn is out there with Harrison, and it's Valentine in at the small forward position. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Here's Windler. The Bulls getting the bucket. Sexton with it. Right at the free throw line. The rebound by Young. Here's Harrison, covered by Nance. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one on Nance.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
That free throw good from Harrison.
Looking at the Bulls roster, there is a lot to like. They have a great collection of talent, and their core players are all very young and improving.
Chandler Hutchison, he's checked in for Wendell Carter. Now here's Sexton. Fires, high post, kept alive. It's good on the putback.
They continue to battle out there, so close to taking the lead.
The direction this game is headed is going to come down to a couple key buckets by either team.
Here's Hutchison. Harrison. Second chance shot, and it's laid up and in by Young. Young's got the lead up to 5 now for the Bulls.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
And Steve, for the Bulls fans, their hopes lie in their young core.
Totally agree. The Bulls should focus on developing that core. Have a good blend with Levine, Markkanen, and Carter. They just need to keep their eye on the prize.
Bulls making a switch here. Satoransky's checked in. Hutchison passes to Young. Over Thompson. Good D by Thompson.
I like it. That's a great battle at the rim. He just couldn't finish.
Back to Sexton. Pass to Windler. Looking to get back on track here. Got a piece of it. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Valentine passes to Hutchison. Back to Valentine. Cans the shot from the wing. Valentine's got his first points of the game.
Easy look from mid-range. He won't miss many of those. Lazy effort defensively.
Thompson inside, defended by Young. Out to the right wing. Harrison passes to Young. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to go on Tristan Thompson.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
Free throw good, Satoransky.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
Some changes for Chicago. Carter, he's checked in for Young. Lauri Markkanen comes in for Valentine. And Levine subbed in for Shaquille Harrison.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Now, here's Sexton. The Cavaliers again can't hit. Pass to Satoransky. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist. Levine's got 3 assists now in this one. Here's Sexton. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
You know, not bashful about positioning himself inside. Sexton knows he has what it takes to score from there.
And Levine, here we go. And stolen by Sexton. Now, here's Porter. Tight defense on him. Drops in the layup for 2. And now just a 5-point Bulls lead. Levine kicks to Satoransky. Inside, here's Carter. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
For a stretch 4 who spends a lot of time on the perimeter, Markman does a good job attacking the offensive glass.
The open look here for Sexton. And a miss there on the triple.
This is the shot they wanted to get. Right guy, right spot, wrong result.
Satoransky, the pass to Levine. Feeds it to Markkanen.
And as Markkanen continues to develop his skill set, he'll get to the line a lot more often.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. Otto Porter Jr., he's checked in for Chandler Hutchison. Cleveland also making some changes. Kevin Love comes in for Tristan Thompson. And it's Cedi Osman in for Porter. The Cavaliers trail by 8. And here's Sexton. Love trying to break loose. And they pick up 2. 15 points for Colin Sexton.
This is what leaders do. You gotta love seeing Sexton own these moments and coming up clutch.
Now here's Porter to the inside. Carter, and then Carter with the jam.
One of the cases where height failed to tell you the whole story.
There's 49 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Count the basket.
He's a guy who's getting more chances to make big plays and big moments. Drummond comes through for his team.
And Satoransky kicks to Levine. He feeds it to Carter, and then Carter with the jam.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Reason why they've tightened up the vice grip a little more each time up the floor. We'll see if they can close this one out.
Some nice passing by Cleveland here, but they recover it.
Wow, another opportunity. Just everything going their way. Pretty much the story of this game.
Shot clock at 6. They get it back. Here's Drummond over to the left wing. Here's Osman. Here's Sexton. Cans the 3.
Good to see Sexton knock it down from deep. A shot he needs to add to his arsenal.
And so it's Chicago winning this one. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, but I really got a sense that the fans gave them that emotional boost that was needed.
this year was so much fun, but it definitely came with some challenges. Thank goodness for 2K.
That's right. In fact, it's been an honor for us to share our time and our episodes with you, the fans, the community. And the big news is NBA 2K TV is returning for Season 7.
Yes!
The tallest building in the state of Indiana. Let's quickly take a look at the standings out east. The season nearly complete. You look at the Pacers. They've done well enough to be in 5th place in the conference so far. And, of course, there's the Cavaliers. Quite a few spots down the ladder right now.
And seeing where Indiana is, they've stayed right there, just in sniffing distance of the conference leaders. That's a solid accomplishment at this stage of the season.
You know, I thought maybe they'd have it in them to actually join those leaders this season. But you're right, it's still nice work considering where they are.
Look at Cleveland's starting group. Ashman and Love are the forwards. Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. And it's Drummond in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for the Pacers, Warren and Turner at the 4 and 5. Then there's Victor Oladipo. Then there's Malcolm Brogdon. And it's Holiday in at the 2. Indiana shooting their first free throws of the evening. Free throw, good, Holiday. Not a lot of experience with this one, Clark, tonight, but two good young teams. Talk about the difficulty, though, of winning a championship without that veteran presence.
I think it's virtually impossible, Kevin, to have all young guys and be championship caliber, regardless of the talent level. Even the young Warriors teams had veterans like Andre Iguodala. Experience especially shows up at crunch time.
Very good point. Here's Indiana. Here's Oladipo. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
You have to respect Oladipo's jump shot now. I mean, he is a skilled mid-range shooter who likes to shoot it from there.
He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Boy, fighting to keep that play alive, beautiful tip in there.
And Brogdon has got the ball here for the Pacers. The kick out to Holiday. Unloads from 13. That misses off the backboard. For the Cleveland Cavaliers, their last game a loss to the Bulls.
You got to give them an A for effort. Just fell a little bit short in that one.
Yeah, they were really close right there. Just couldn't string together a few key plays to help get them over the top for the win.
Cleveland shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one. That free throw, no good.
And though they've made the playoffs 4 straight years, Indiana can't seem to get past the first round.
And it's not for a lack of effort, guys. The effort is there. The chemistry and continuity is there. They suffered a big, untimely injury, though, one to Victor Oladipo, and it's been hard for them to attract top free agents as well.
Oladipo outside. On the wing, Holiday. Cavaliers with the rebound. Drummond's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Osman. Here's Sexton, and it's denied. And he gets it back. There's the pass to Garland. 6 to shoot. And another shot. The shot by Sexton, no good.
Boy, this is bad. Tough to watch. I mean, this is really bad. He's stone cold this quarter. Man.
Brogdon outside.
Hey, yo, right here.
Holiday looking over the floor. Turner passes to Warren. The shot's good.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need him.
And let's check out a breakdown. Looking at some stats for Sexton.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different scorer than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
And Warren with the basket on the assist by Oladipo. Warren's got his 2nd basket of the night.
Boy, that's outstanding court awareness from Oladipo. Head up and found the open man.
Love. It's rebounded by Indiana.
Boy, that's a look he has to finish, and he knows it. Blown opportunity.
to the right side. Here's Sexton. The Cavaliers again can't hit.
He is 0 for his last however many this quarter, guys. Might need to get him out and let him settle down a bit here.
Cleveland's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Well, the tremendous work ethic of Victor Oladipo helping him return from that knee injury.
And, you know, it hasn't been easy. Anytime you come back from that kind of injury, a lot of work goes into that. Not only physically is it a challenge, it's a challenge mentally, too. But his positive outlook, his attitude and work ethic, serving him well in getting back.
Osman, the pass to Love. Now, here's Sexton. D right on him. Over in the corner, Osman. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. It's stolen by Oladipo. Now the Pacers moving it up. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
Well, that's why they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
Sexton, the pass to Love. Drummond controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
This is what Drummond is known for, fellas. I mean, assertive, aggressive, relentless, hard-working. He's just a dogged offensive rebounder.
Now, here's Brogdon. They count on his contributions, currently providing 16.5 points a game. Holiday, the pass to Warren. Bucket is good. Warren's got 6 points.
And a sharp pass to set up that high percentage shot in close.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
The high post shot, and it's Osman missing.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Oladipo, good. Oladipo's got his second basket of the game.
Great speed on display by Oladipo in transition. Very few guys can keep up with him in the open court.
And so it's the Indiana Pacers with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They've set the tone. They love their tempo. They're going to be very tough to stop. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Pacers.
Tell you what, guys, they're showing us a lot of energy early on and racking up those fast break points.
Yeah, and one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off of turnover.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. And so in the game for the Cavaliers, Nance and Thompson are up front. Then there's Garland. Then it's Porter. And it's Windler in at the two-guard spot. To the paint, picked off in midair. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit. That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Holiday with the three. Thompson with the rebound. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for Cleveland. Trailing here by 8. Last time they met in Cleveland.
Live by the three, die by the three. If you're perimeter dependent, you don't really know game to game how it's going to go.
You know, I think the lack of success from the perimeter really did them in. They just couldn't get it going from there.
Thompson finds Nance. And Garland has it in the corner. Back to Nance. It's rebounded by Indiana. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Boston.
And that was a shocker. Hard to believe that they dropped the ball, so to speak, on that one. And probably a tough pill for them to swallow.
And to lose it like they did, too. Wow, right at the end, man, makes it even tougher to take.
Edmund Sumner's checked in for Indiana. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. To the left wing. Passes it to Garland. 6 on the shot clock. No good on the shot. And it's the Pacers taking it the other way. After this one, they're off to Philadelphia to take on the 76ers. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip. And Thompson kicks to Garland. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Garland's got it back down to within single digits for Cleveland.
We've seen this explosion of Canadian players in the NBA. And really, Tristan Thompson led that way. The 4th pick back in 2011, Thompson was, at that point, the highest drafted Canadian in NBA history.
Porter, no luck. Indiana leading by 10. McDermott passes to be Thompson. 1 up, 1 down, 2 points with his first shot this game.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
And Thompson may have led the way for Canadians. But as far as where the league is going, Greg, he's a throwback player.
I mean, a rebounder and rim runner. His game is built on toughness and hustle.
The Pacers have gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. Here's McConnell. And the layup falls. McConnell's got the lead up to 12 now for Indiana.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Windler, the pass to Nance. There's Garland. They get it again. Thompson. Cleveland moving it around. Kicks it to Nance. Over McDermott. And he wills that one in. Sinking right through off the back iron.
And how about the job Nance has done to try to make himself into a more consistent offensive threat?
Nice shot by McDermott.
Just no resistance inside at all. They are feasting. This is a straight buffet.
It is. It's a big one. And load the plate.
Yeah, exactly. It sure is. Plenty of second opportunities. 8 of their last 10 points from the paint, but the defense still continues to back away and not show any aggression.
Turner's checked in for the Pacers. Warren comes in for T.J. McConnell. Colin Sexton, he's checked in for Cleveland.
What timing from Turner. I mean, that's a big part of blocking shots. Reading the shooter and then timing it perfectly to send that shot in reverse.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
And Holiday kicks to Sumner. Back to Holiday. Pass to Sumner. He dishes it to Warren. Over Thompson. And the shot by Warren, no good. And here's the fast break. Porter leading the way. And the lead is down inside single digits. Pacers leading by 8. And Holiday, here we go. Here's Sumner. Thompson with the rebound. Cavaliers have gone 5 of 12 from the field here in the second. Windler, the pass to Porter. Can't hit the turnaround jumper. Outside Warren. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
And so it's the Indiana Pacers going into the break with a 10-point lead. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie. So it's Indiana who's out on top at the half. They lead by 10. How about you, Shaq? What did you think about Indiana?
Well, I like it.
And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. We've seen T.J. Warren really having a great game.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
Warren and Turner at the 4 and 5. Then there's Oladipo. Then there's Malcolm Brogdon. And it's Holiday in at the 2. They're the group for Nate McMillan starting the second half.
Out of bounds.
Well, you look at the former All-Star Andre Drummond and the way he rebounds, Greg. He might be the best in the league in that department.
I mean, few players in the history of the league can go off for 20-plus rebounds on any given night. Drummond's one of them. Attacks the glass on the offensive end so well. His offensive rebounding, for me, sets him apart. And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on.
Sexton's shot is good.
Clever and confident in that pick and roll. Sexton's decision-making in these sets has really improved.
Here's Turner, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line. You were talking about the unicorns. Miles Turner in that category as a shot blocker who can space the floor. I don't think he's got a ceiling. What about you?
I think his ceiling is really high, Kevin. He's still young, which always bodes well for somebody with his work ethic and skill set. I think he can be an all-star player. Franchise player, those are few and far between. I'm not sure if he can get to that level, but all-star certainly within his reach.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Holiday, and so Indiana again turning it over.
And let's take a look at Colin Sexton's numbers. Tremendous numbers for him over the last 10 games. Averaging 25 points per, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. And you can't help but be impressed by his numbers.
You know, guys, I think he's the engine of this offense. He makes them go. Without his scoring, I think they'd be a totally different team.
Jakar Sampson's checked in for T.J. Warren. Offensive rebound. Drummond, no good with the layup. And so it's Turner with it. He brings it up for the Indiana Pacers. They've held a 12-point lead early. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And a player who flew under the radar last year, Malcolm Brogdon. Pacers wanted to add him over the summer. Got a hefty deal from Indiana to leave the Bucks. Exactly the kind of player that the Pacers need.
A lot of different ways, Clark, to construct the roster. What would be your preference as a general manager? Any direction you might want to go?
Well, obviously, if you have an opportunity to get an outstanding franchise-type point guard or versatile wing player in today's game, I think those are the pieces that you really need to start with.
Because there's so much spacing and so much switching on defense.
Exactly, and I failed to mention a two-way player at that wing spot who can defend multiple positions but also has a pretty strong offensive skill set.
Pacers leading by 8. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Brogdon's got 4 points in the quarter.
Brogdon does a nice job using his body close to the basket. He's a strong guard who knows what to do down there.
Lets the 3 fly. Here's Drummond. Garland kicks to Sexton. Nice jump shot from the top of the key. Sexton's got his 3rd basket of the night.
He didn't have a single point in the first half. Bagel, 0 points, nada. He's starting to get into the groove here in the second.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
The Pacers have made all of their free throws so far tonight, going 6 for 6.
And really, the form at the line all season has been terrific, 79% as a team.
And comparing to the numbers of last season, they've made a bit of improvement. So that's some positive momentum they can look to build on.
That one drops for him. Sexton's got 8 points.
And he's shaking off that slow start, giving them a boost here in the second.
To the middle and stolen by Drummond. The drive by Nance. It's over McDermott. That's in, and the Pacer lead is cut down now to just 7 on the basket from Larry Nance.
Yeah, this league is in good shape when you talk about guys like Nance. The consummate role player does everything that's asked of him.
McConnell passes to Johnson. And here's what the Cavaliers' schedule looks like. On Friday, they're off to Charlotte to face off with the Hornets. And then on Saturday, they'll continue the road trip, heading out to Atlanta to take on the Hawks.
And guys, one thing about road trips like this one, they'll be seeing this as a chance for the team to come together. It might be a bit of a silver lining for a trip that doesn't always provide a lot of success.
The Pacers making a switch here. Holiday's checked in. And Cleveland with a change here, too. Thompson's checked in. Indiana leading by 6. Pass to Sampson. 58 seconds left to play in the third. Now the pass to Bitadze. Just 5 to shoot. McDermott kicks to McConnell. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. And Indiana making a change here. Warren's checked in. The Cavaliers trail by 6. Here's Sexton. Here's Thompson. Passes to Windler. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Sexton deciding where to go with it. Cleveland with a fresh shot clock. Fires the 3. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 3 assists in the game.
Second chance points have really been an issue here defensively.
And, you know, defense isn't done until you finish it off with the rebound. It's like the period at the end of a sentence. That's where they have to improve.
Bitadze with the bucket. Bitadze's got 8 points.
Well, you like guys who can work that in-between area, really keeps the defense honest.
And I'll tell you what, guys, I mean, with this combination of size and touch, he's a real threat from mid-range.
And we've reached the end of the third. It's the Pacers leading by 5. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. And so in the game for the Cavaliers, Nance and Thompson are up front. Porter is out there with Sexton. And it's Windler in at the 3 spot. Brogdon finds Warren. A second chance effort. Misses from close range.
You know, I think the effort on defense there has everything to do with why he missed that shot. Well done.
Sexton's shot is good.
This is a fantastic performance in this half. He didn't play as well in the first, but you just know with this guy, he's always ready to turn it around.
Back to Holiday. Down low, Turner. And Thompson sends it back. And they'll keep possession. The shot by Brogdon wide open. Offline with his 3.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
And the basket is good.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Well, you don't want to give him any open shots at this stage. Never mind the layup. Come on now. My goodness.
To the inside. Here's Porter. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. And it's Warren with the ball for the Pacers. McDermott dishes to Turner. Nance with some nice D. For Cleveland, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. And that's a foul called on Colin Sexton. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Victor Oladipo, he's checked in for Doug McDermott. And so it's Indiana with it. Looking to get on the board here in the 4th still. They grab their own miss. Warren the pass to Oladipo. Here's Brogdon. Back to Oladipo. Pass to Warren. Clock at 6. Brogdon outside. Oladipo finds Brogdon. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off inside.
And you can tolerate gaffes like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
Cavaliers trailing. Sexton dishes to Love. Sexton's shot is good.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Neither team here in the fourth generating a lot of separation.
Yeah, it's been a close one. 5 times the lead has switched hands thus far.
And it's Drummond missing. These guys have had some good motion on offense. Nice statistic.
And when everyone's involved offensively, it has a way of helping you on the defensive side as well.
That's a textbook example of how to move the ball. Boy, you got to love that action.
Now, here's Sexton. He's guarded by Brogdon, and it's sent back by Turner. And that one's good. Drummond. The Pacers shooting 51% from the field. They'll take that. And Holiday, here we go. Rebound, Love. Love's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Osman. And the layup's good off the glass.
You have to love the unselfishness on display there. Excellent pass.
Indiana trailing here. It's Oladipo on the wing. He kicks it to Turner. Indiana moving it around. And there's Brogdon on the assist by Warren. Warren's got 3 assists now in this one. Pass to Drummond. Love trying to break loose. And he's able to get it back. And that one's good. Drummond. Drummond's got 4 points now in the quarter. 1:20 left in the 4th quarter. Now Brogdon jacks up a 3. Love grabs the board. Now here's Sexton. He's tightly guarded. Garland, no good. Indiana's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Warren pitch to Brogdon. Outside Holiday. Inside Turner. The kick out to Oladipo. 5 to shoot. Here's Warren. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
Boy, you've got to be there defensively. I mean, that's an easy mid-range jumper that he'll typically drain.
2 free throws coming. The coach's challenge has been issued. A game like this, out of the wire, this is what it's for.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively and involving the coaches by being able to. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And he ends up making the second, and that will put them up by 2. We've got 22 seconds left in the 4th quarter of this one. And here's Oladipo. In the corner, it's Brogdon. And Holiday has it in the corner. Misses the 3. It falls.
Proving he has the clutch DNA. Love seeing Turner up his game during these big possessions.
And the Cavaliers call time here. Chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, Colin Sexton.
And the way he's made his mark with his work inside, he's just been a slasher tonight. Always moving, getting to the basket at will, and just seemingly taking advantage of a D that was reluctant to get in his way.
And that's going to do it for regulation. So we are headed to overtime. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Indianapolis. Well, 4 quarters weren't enough to decide this ballgame. Sit back and enjoy as we move on to overtime. Here we go. And it's the Cavaliers to start out. And always a good ride in these post-regulation battles. This overtime now looking to be an exciting one. All fueled up and ready to go to overtime basketball here. Brought to us by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. On the court for Indiana, Warren and Turner at the 4 and 5. Then there's Malcolm Brogdon. Then there's Victor Oladipo. And it's Holiday in at the 2 guard. The wide open look here for Garland. And Drummond is right there. Drummond's got the first basket here in overtime for the Cavs.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backcourt.
And, Greg, it's clearly been their edge, and in a close game like this, you look for every edge you can find.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
They have not led for a while, a chance to do so here.
Well, they'd like to retake the lead on this possession.
Here's Turner. The Cavaliers pull it in. Love's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Osman. It's good. And now a 4-point Cavalier lead.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And you know you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
It's good. That basket, he's now 5 for 9.
You got to do more than that to keep the ball out of his hands down low.
Exactly. I mean, deny him the ball in the first place. Don't let him get it.
Oladipo outside. Down low and stolen by Drummond. Here's Osman, guarded by Oladipo. Love. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. He hits the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. Colin Sexton, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. Second one is good, getting both at the line, and it's an 8-point game. Pacers shooting it pretty well, close to 50%. Here's Oladipo, and he can't stop the run as he misses. For Cleveland, they've gone a stellar 4 of 5 from the floor since the start of overtime. And it's sent back by Turner. Fast break, here comes Indiana. Oladipo's running, it's good.
That's the go for your throat mentality on display. Give Oladipo the ball in the clutch, and he's going to give you much.
Now, here's Sexton, guarded by Oladipo. Now, here's Sexton. Now the dish to Garland. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Drummond. It's in and good for his 6th field goal in 10 attempts.
And, you know, Drummond has no problem playing through contact. He excels at using that strong body of his to fight through contact and finish.
Here's Brogdon. The pass to Warren. And Holiday, here we go. And it's sent back by Drummond. Porter with it. Love outside. Now Sexton. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. And here's Love for 3. Cleveland gets it back. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits.
And guys, overtime not nearly as competitive as regulation. They used up all their energy just getting it to overtime.
And so it's Cleveland winning this one. They escape with. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up.
The NBA 2K21 demo is out now, and in this episode, we're jumping right in. Plus, we look back at our best 2K TV moments of 2K20. And first looks at what's coming up in my team for 2K21.
And his things, well, tremendous athleticism. Thanks, DA. And a chance now to take a look at some numbers for Sexton.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different scorer than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
And a look at the starters for the Cavaliers. Sexton and Osman on the perimeter. Kevin Love out there with Andre Drummond. And it's Garland in at the point guard position. And for the Magic, at the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. And it's Ennis in at small forward.
Well, DJ Augustine has been around this league a long time. He does not miss open teammates.
And the Magic, one of those franchises that's still looking for its first title.
And Greg, they've been to the NBA Finals twice, but boy, did they run up against 2 of the all-time great individual closers in history. 1995, Hakeem Olajuwon says no to the Magic. 2009, the Black Mamba, Kobe Bryant, says, no, sir, I'm getting another championship.
In transition, here come the Cavaliers. He gets it in there.
Tremendous effort getting the steal, then getting the ball up the court.
It amazes me how quickly you can change ends. You've got to be prepared to sprint the floor.
A high motor keeps Drummond engaged defensively. He doesn't want to let any shots go in.
And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. For Cleveland, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. So the wing on the left. Pass to Garland. Now, here's Sexton. He's guarded by Fournier. Here's Garland. No good on the 3.
Boy, just 1 for 4. A little brisky right now.
And it's Kevin Love with the foul. That's his first foul. Here's Orlando now. Stolen by Garland.
And we've just seen them make mistakes on back-to-back trips. Both those turnovers could have been avoided.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
And that one is stuffed right through.
Well, a nice job by Colin Sexton to find the open man. You want to see court awareness from the young gun.
Orlando moving the ball around. Good.
Pretty dime there. The kind of ball movement coaches love to see.
If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2. Now in his 6th season in the NBA, hard to believe Aaron Gordon is still just 24 years of age.
Not much older than some rookies coming in. You wonder what his ceiling will be.
And here are the Cavaliers now. The Magic hitting the bucket. And there's the call on James Ennis. That is his first foul of the game for the Magic. Ross, he's checked in for James Ennis, and it's Fulton for Augustine. Garland dishes to Nance. And off there, he misses his first shot of the night. Fournier finds Gordon. Vucevic with it. Here's Fultz, defended by Drummond. Fultz, no good. And Porter, here we go. Tries again. He takes it up and lays it in.
And this is something this guy takes pride in, capitalizing on second chance opportunities.
Here's Ross. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Ross. As we approach the playoffs, let's see how the East is shaping up. Take a look at the Magic. They're good enough for 8th place in the conference right now, looking to hold on to that. And, of course, the Cavaliers, right now, quite a ways down below.
And seeing where the Magic are, they haven't had the great season that some were expecting, but it hasn't been a disaster. They just need a few things to go right for them down the stretch.
It's an amazing thing if you can get a couple of wins.
And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at. And how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
Yeah, great anticipation of where the open man was going to be, and Terrence Ross finds him immediately. That's really pretty.
Back to Thompson. It's stolen by Carter Williams. Here's Birch. The pass to Ross. Garland with the rebound.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
And that one's good by Porter.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Birch's shot's good.
The creative force behind these points is Terrence Ross. This guy keeps his head up, puts the pass right where it needs to be.
Thompson inside. Nance. It's hauled in by the Magic.
Boy, if you're going up against this guy in this close a range, you've got to defend with everything you've got. A tremendous job defensively.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. They get the rebound. Outside Porter from deep three-point range.
I love, Kevin, that Terrence Ross is trying to affect the shot-making ability.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Cavaliers lead by 1. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in just a moment. Welcome back to Noche Latina, celebrating the Latin culture and their love for the game of basketball. It just keeps growing. And taking a look at the Cavaliers' performance here, what do you guys see?
Well, look at the turnover ratio, then look at the score. Easy to see what happened in that first period.
Offensively, they took care of the ball. And defensively, they forced a number of miscues.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. So on the floor for Orlando, Markelle Fultz out there with Michael Carter-Williams. Then it's Terrence Ross. Then it's Bamba, and it's Birch in at the fourth.
Listen, we know the mid-range game is in this guy's arsenal, but you wonder, should he have moved it just one pass more?
Here's Nance. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made. Of course, you've seen a lot of these big men come and go in this league. Who would you say right now is the most complete big man in the NBA?
Well, 2 guys come to my mind immediately, and that's Joel Embiid, who I think probably could be more efficient with his three-point shooting, but is still enough of a threat that you have to guard him out there. They enter the ball through him in the post, and he can be a dominant scorer. He can also put it on the deck. And then Anthony Davis, who you could say all of those attributes that Joel Embiid has, the Brow has as well. Those are 2 of the most complete, dominant two-way big men in today's game.
For the Cleveland Cavaliers, they come in off the loss to the Bulls in Chicago.
You got to give them an A for effort. Just fell a little bit short in that one.
If they're playing in their own building, they probably win that basketball game. The reality is it's a hard thing to win on the road in the NBA.
Birch's shot's good.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
The Cavaliers leading by 7. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Here's Windler. Nope, not that time. Nothing for two from the field. Magic have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Fultz the pass to Birch. Unable to get that one. Cavaliers go the other way with it. Last time they met in Cleveland.
Yeah, and they got beat last time these two teams met, and really free throws were the story. And they're just doomed if they keep letting them post up like that.
You've got to deny the position to afford them no opportunity at making that entry pass into the post.
Fultz with the ball. Garland picks him up. Outside for Carter Williams. Shot clock at 6. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. The Magic need to get a shot off here. No good from Ross. Cleveland with the ball. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Porter passes to Garland. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. And it's an 11-point Cleveland lead.
So how about the Cavaliers head coach John Beilein making his NBA debut after 27 seasons as a college basketball coach? Think back to his time at Michigan, the first back-to-back 30-win seasons in school history. This is an excellent hire for Cleveland.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
So a new group on the floor for Orlando. And he gets it to go. Vucevic has got his second bucket of the night. And Doris, isn't it interesting? Coach John Beilein has never, at any level, been an assistant coach.
No, but he has made his way through the ranks, going from high school to junior college, Division III, Division II, and then right up through the ranks of Division I. So he now makes the final leap to the NBA. How cool is that, Kev?
Andre Drummond's checked in for the Cavaliers. Doris, 4 years and $76 million for Aaron Gordon. Good money if you can get it.
No doubt, Kevin. And in today's NBA, Aaron Gordon is well worth it. This guy is on the upswing of his career. He's got plenty of room for growth. Tremendous athlete and getting more and more skilled.
Three-pointer Augustine hits the three-point bomb. Augustine's got 5 now.
Now this guy has every capability of spreading the floor with his shooting. DJ Augustine's deep ball doing some work right now.
Pass to Drummond. Love trying to break loose. And that one's good. Drummond. Drummond's got his first points of the night.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And so it's Porter bringing it up now for Cleveland. 8-point game. They'll be off to Charlotte for a game against the Hornets. And they're in the thick of this long road run. That's the 3rd of 7 straight on the road. The Cavaliers have gone 2 of 4 at the free throw line.
Well, Colin Sexton, I think, is a crafty point guard with tremendous upside. He obviously can facilitate and be a distributor. The key is, can he knock down shots consistently?
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Gordon kicks to Augustine. Back to Gordon. Passes it to Augustine. 5 on the clock. Now Gordon. And stolen by Sexton. From deep. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's... Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball. The first quarter for the Cavaliers was fairly even. They were able to squeeze ahead by the end of the... And...
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. We're seeing a tremendous game here, guys, from Darius Garland.
What a menace he was on defense through the first 2 quarters, just disrupting everything.
Well, it was about effort and anticipation. Hard to get into an offensive rhythm when you know this guy is lurking.
Tipping off the second half, here's John Beilein's 5. Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. Ashman and Love are the forwards. And it's Drummond in at the 5. Cleveland leading by 11.
Obviously, times have been quite tough lately, but you have to think back to Cleveland's first and only title in 2016. LeBron's second season back in the city, and boy, did he deliver on his promise.
With his first shot attempt, Ennis misses.
Boy, against so little defensive pressure, you have to convert that.
It's Drummond with the drive. Out to the right wing. Here's Sexton. Banked in off the glass. Sexton's got the lead up to 13 now for Cleveland. And that was an incredible year back in 2016. Of course, Draymond Green in that series suspended for Game 5. Doris changing the momentum.
Amazing to think, Kevin, how quickly things can shift and change in the NBA. Credit the Cavaliers. They made the bigger shots, and they had the best player on the floor in LeBron James. That was a season to remember.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down. Yeah, they're rolling right now. That lead continues to grow.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
Augustine passes to Vucevic, and Aaron Gordon gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Bill, anytime someone can knock down mid-range J's, it opens up the floor. Nikola Vucevic doing just that.
Terrence Ross is checked in for Ennis. Sexton, the pass to Thompson. The basket good off the assist from Sexton. Thompson's got 8 points.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
To the left side wing. Back to Osman. Cleveland moving it around. Drummond is double. Pass to Sexton. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Osman. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. Thompson. Bank shot. No good.
Listen, he can make that shot right there, but I do know they have other options they can go to. What I love about Colin Sexton, guys, is he's super aggressive. He knows speed and athleticism are his advantage, and he makes great use of both of those things.
Up and in on the layup. Drummond's got his second bucket of the night.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Here's Vucevic. Here's Gordon. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket.
Boy, there is a will, a drive. Aaron Gordon showing he wants to be more active on the glass.
And the 8th pick back in 2018, Sexton with all the physical tools, Doris, you look for at the point guard position.
Yes, Kevin, but like most young players, there is still a lot to learn for Colin. Some of his vets were not shy about saying that early on. This young man has got time. He's got to put his head down and go to work.
Gordon finds Vucevic. Now here's Ross, defended by Drummond. Augustine from outside. With some arc, Windler with the bucket.
Well, the touch and the focus. What a pretty move in the lane.
Fournier passes to Gordon. From inside. Poked away. And the Cavaliers with possession. They're on a 16-4 run right now. Here's Sexton. And the pass to Osman. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Aaron Gordon. The Cavaliers have made 3 of 5 free throw attempts. The first one falls.
When you think back to LeBron's last year in Cleveland, one wonders how differently it may have turned out if Kyrie was there with him.
Well, you think back, Greg, Isaiah Thomas was never healthy. He had been a recent All-Star with another team. They were counting on his quickness and his scoring. But through it all, the Cavaliers reached the NBA Finals. Just another testament to the talent and the leadership that LeBron gives you.
And here's Vucevic. 6 points for him. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game call. To the middle. Ross with the steal. Fast break. Here come the Magic. Count it. Vucevic has got 4 this quarter.
I'll tell you, individually, he is doing all he can. But right now, somebody's got to step in and support this guy.
Here's Windler. 1 second left. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot.
We are talking about a long, athletic big man in Larry Nance Jr. Now add the mid-range jumper. Look out.
And so it's the Cleveland Cavaliers finishing the quarter up by a whopping 24 points. They've got a big advantage in the turnover stats because of their intense defense. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
I'll tell you, in today's game, you want skill and decision-making at every position.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Fultz and Ross pair up to make the backcourt. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. And it's Ennis in at the 3, the small forward. That's who's out there for Orlando.
How about the explosiveness of Terrence Ross? What great acceleration on the effective drive.
A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the size.
Some guys just relish the challenge. Find a way, and he does.
And so it looks like the Magic will retain possession here. And here's what Cleveland's schedule is looking like. On Friday, they're off to Charlotte to face off with the Hornets. Then on Saturday, they'll continue the road trip, heading out to Atlanta to take on the Hawks.
You know, it might sound cliche, but a road trip like this one is a great time for this team to build chemistry on and off the court. Chemistry absolutely matters in the NBA, and these are the kinds of opportunities teams need to build it.
Of course, you've covered so many great basketball players over your many years in this business. As a player, coach, and now broadcaster, who has been your favorite athlete to watch or cover or report on?
All right, Kevin, you know I can't possibly name one, so I'm going to just throw several names out there. LeBron James has overcome so many challenges as a young person even before his NBA career. So his story is absolutely incredible and inspirational. How about Kevin Durant, one of the greatest scorers in the history of the NBA? Or Damian Lillard, who has proven so loyal to his fan base and organization and is one bad man when a game is on the line in the playoffs.
The kick out to Porter. Here's Sexton. And the 3 off target. And so it's Ennis bringing it up now for Orlando. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. That game will conclude a 3-game homestand. The drive by Nance. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Vucevic. Pass to Ross. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. Ennis passes to Ross. And that's a foul called on Colin Sexton. That's his first foul. Doris, basketball continues to gain in popularity around the world, doesn't it? It's amazing to me.
It does. Adam Silver, the commissioner, has said, I believe we can be the #1 spot in the world. Obviously, they'd have to overcome the soccer, and that's popularity. But think about this, Kevin, how inclusive a game basketball is. And the love spans across gender, race, ethnicity, religious affiliation. And the best part about the game of basketball is this, Kevin. When you're growing up and trying to get better, you need a ball, you need a hoop, and you need you, and you don't need anything else.
That is so well said. Knocked loose. Owandu kicks to Carter Williams. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From downtown, Porter pulls it in. Porter's got his 4th rebound in this one. Elvedova, the pass to Bell. Shoots over Frazier, and down it goes, jamming that one home.
And, you know, it's one thing to get the offensive rebound, but then how about the loud bucket he's able to convert?
He was in perfect position under the hoop break. You're right. Once he gets his hands on the miss. And the foul on Jordan Bell. That's his first foul. Cedi Osman, he's checked in for Porter. Owandu passes to Clark. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
That was just a perfect possession, getting it in tight for the high percentage shot.
Exum passes to Zizic.
And you look at this Magic roster, so much potential.
I think, Greg, they have done a great job of drafting to the style of play they want to play. Guys who want to get after it on the defensive end. Guys who can switch and slide on the perimeter. Guys who can protect the rim. That is the backbone of this organization.
Of course, in basketball, like many sports, you can call some kind of penalty on almost every play. So with that in mind, where do we draw that line?
I would say that most coaches and most players would say as long as there's consistency with officiating, they can adapt to the way the game is being called. As fans, as broadcasters, what we want to see the game remain free-flowing, fluid, pretty, the ability to move and cut and not be impeded in your progress. That's what I want to see.
And we see that most nights.
No doubt.
And when you think of Jordan Bell, you think of do-it-all big man.
Specifically how strong he is on defense. Great timing for blocking shots, good hands, and can guard anybody out on the floor. Can finish plays as well when moving at the hoop.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Cleveland.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And a milestone win for the season. This will push their victory total to 20 wins even. The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Colin Sexton.
Efficient productivity. You love what this guy has given to you on the offensive end.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Well, just terrific teamwork, GA. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
That free throw missing.
Third team foul. At the line, shooting.
And he sinks the second.
They can't really afford to leave points at the line right now. He would have loved to cash in on each of those free throws and trim the lead even more.
Exum deciding where to go with it. Pass to Zizic. Now here is Dellavedova. Carter Williams covering. 5 to shoot. Here's Exum. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Spirited performance. You love to get this kind of win, especially on the road.
You've got to be able to block out all distractions in enemy territory. This team did a tremendous job staying focused on the task at hand.
From past the arc, no good.
You have to like that defensive effort. Dante Exum using his size to throw these shooters off.
So we see the Cavaliers taking the win.
Welcome to a special edition of 2K TV.
The wait is almost over. We are just days away from 2K Day and the launch of NBA 2K21.
And if you can't wait, you can get early access to the NBA 2K21 demo right now. Here's how you get started.
The NBA 2K21 demo.
And those are the starting lineups. Lots of interesting matchups tonight. Stick around. We'll be right back with more.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Tonight, it'll be the Cleveland Cavaliers going up against the Chicago.
We're going to break in the action now. Let's take a look at the East and how the teams are stacking up. A look at Chicago. It hasn't been a great season for them. We may see some changes in the offseason. And, of course, the Cavaliers. And they're down 4 spots from them.
And seeing where the Cavaliers are, they talked all offseason about how this year was going to be different. Nobody bought into it then, and nobody's buying into it now.
We all know talking the talk is easy, but carrying through, that's another story. The naysayers' predictions were basically on point.
Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. White and Levine team up in the backcourt. Porter and Markkanen, the duo at forward. And it's Carter in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for Cleveland, Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. Ashman and Love are the forwards. And it's Drummond in at the 5 down low. Now here's Love. Here's Garland. That's in there. Love with the assist. This end of the season awards already being debated. What did it mean to you when you were named All-NBA?
Well, it meant a lot, especially in my era, again, of playing against the best power forwards, I feel, in a group of all time. And so it meant a lot. There's only one power forward position, and so to be on that All-NBA team is something that's more special to me than being an All-Star, because it's not about being the best 12 or 24. It's about being the best 5 in the league. And so those moments were always special, being named the first team NBA.
And like you said, you played in the golden era of the best players ever to play that position.
I tell you what, I think I played in the era where anyone that you would have picked in the power forward from the Western Conference, I couldn't have been upset at over myself, because everyone played in such a dominating fashion. Their teams were winning, and I knew personally how hard it was to guard these guys one-on-one. Golden opportunity that he can't make good on. Maybe a wake-up call to the D, though. They can't leave him alone like that.
And White kicks to Levine. To the paint. White with it. 20 points for him last game against the Magic in Orlando. 4 on the clock. Porter passes to Carter. Good D by Love.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
Yeah, Greg, that's just great defense, forcing his man into a difficult attempt.
Here's Osman. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game. The shot by Sexton, no good. And even 3-on-3 break. There's Levine. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
That's just unreal concentration from Levine. Accepting the hit and finding a way to work through it.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And to this point on the season, guys, 80% from the line. He's done a really good job.
Porter's checked in for Jetty Osman. Now, here's Sexton. 26 points for him last game against the Bulls in Chicago.
A dangerous scorer from mid-range. Sexton loves to take that shot when he gets it in rhythm.
Here's White. It's a 3-point game. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession.
Now let's check out the stats for White. The last 10 games, he has been on a heck of a run, putting up about 24 points per, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. To have a scorer like him consistently deliver you points makes such a big difference for a team.
Yeah, it gives you something you really can rely on going into every game. And you can also work off of him to look to create for others.
Markkanen kicks to Carter. Bulls moving the ball around. Satoransky the pass to Carter. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. And a quick look here at some of the numbers for Sexton.
And you can see the surge in his level of confidence lately just by looking at that true shooting percentage. It's been moving straight up in the past 5 games. I think he's feeling it.
And Porter, here we go. The pass to Love. Second shot opportunity, and it's Drummond missing.
Nothing less than that kind of defense will cut it against him. That's just great work inside.
Dunn, wide open, he fires. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. Well, so many people were worried about Chris Dunn's offense after his rookie year, but you know what, Greg? He's turned it around.
And gone from struggling to hit 40% of his shots to shooting better from the floor. Still a strong defender, and he's making people forget that his offense was ever a question mark.
What unselfishness from the young guard, Dunn. He's making more of an effort to distribute the ball.
Passes it to Windler. 58 seconds left to play here in the first. Here's Love, and he uses the glass on the layup.
His first make, and, you know, maybe that will get him going.
Satoransky finds Markkanen. Carter at the elbow. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
All right, he simply overpowers defenders when met with contact. I mean, Carter Jr.'s tough as nails.
A different look now for Cleveland. Tristan Thompson comes in for Drummond. And Larry Nance is subbed in for Kevin Love. Chicago also making some changes. Young's checked in for Lauri Markkanen. Chandler Hutchison comes in for Levine. And it's Denzel Valentine in for Satoransky. Now here's Thompson. He's definitely a factor in their offense, averaging 12 points a game. Here's Windler. Cleveland with a fresh shot clock.
Bulls foul. That's his first personal foul. Now in the lineup for the Bulls. Luke Cornett.
Bulls on D. They trail by 3. Pass to Garland. Stolen away. In transition, here come the Bulls. Rips down the breakaway slam.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Oh, yeah, bang, bang. An impressive sequence that has them fired up.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Cleveland ahead, leading by just. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And from what we've seen from the Cavaliers, what do you guys see?
I mean, offensively, I thought they did a good job of protecting the ball. And defensively, boy, were they disruptive.
Yes, yeah. Great balance of efficiency and intensity, which is why they hold the early lead.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. So the Bulls 5 right now. Chris Dunn is out there with Valentine. And it's Young, and it's Cornett in at the 5.
What touch on the deep ball. You can see Dunn becoming more confident in his long-range shot.
And when you watch the Bulls play, Chris, they just seem to lack an organizational direction.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, the team committed to Boylan to shape their youth. They don't seem to be interested in playing up-tempo or following any NBA trend. The distrust between players in the front office is not helping their recruiting of free agents. A lot going wrong there.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look.
Offensive rebound, Thompson. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And here's what the Cleveland Cavaliers schedule looks like. On Friday, they'll tip off a road trip in Charlotte where they'll take on the Hornets. Then on Saturday, they'll continue the road trip, heading out to Atlanta to take on the Hawks.
And for their matchup with the Magic, you know they're going to be amped up for that one, and they'll need to be. That's going to be one tough game for that group.
And Cleveland making a change here. Osman's checked in. Chicago also making some changes. Shaquille Harris comes in for Chandler Hutchison, and it's White in for Chris Dunn. And Porter, here we go.
And checking out the numbers here for Harrison. His last 10 games, 12th in steals, and of course, rim protection always at a premium. That's an important part of his game. Top 20 in blocks per.
As we've seen, he's a difficult defender to bring the ball up against. Quick feet, quick hands, always looking to force a mistake. Chris, is there someone you competed with that you feel is underrated by history, has not been given their due?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I think when you look at White Chalk to Jason Williams, and what he started in the culture of play and what he continued. And you look at Ben Wallace, who I played with 4 years at Washington, and he was coming off the bench there, and we saw that potential with him. I mean, the way he led the league in rebounding, his defensive prowess. I mean, the Pistons wouldn't have had a championship and gotten to another final if it wasn't for him. And also, I got to shout my man out, Mike Bibby and Peja Stojakovic, two of the best shooters I played with.
Oh, great names, and I totally agree. Cornette passes to Young. A second chance effort. Cornette can't get it to go.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Chicago leading. White looking around. Here's Harrison, guarded by Porter. Young passes to Cornette, and Thompson sends it back.
Look, Thompson is a more than capable defender. He has excellent length, and he uses that to swat away shots.
And that one's good. Osman.
That's just the product of good pass work. I mean, nice team basketball right there.
Here's Cornette. He's covered by Thompson. Here's Young. Nance with some nice D. Young with the steal. To the inside. Cornette backed in, coming off the assist from Young. Cornette's got his first bucket of the night. Now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter of basketball. Here's Sexton, and Cleveland again with the bucket.
Clever and confident in that pick and roll. Sexton's decision-making in these sets has really improved.
Starter in this league for almost a decade. Thaddeus Young's numbers, Greg, won't blow you away. So what is it that makes him a winning player?
I think it starts with his defense, Kevin. Drawing charges and getting deflections. His quickness puts him in a position to make those effort plays.
Cleveland shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And as a team, really just middle of the pack in terms of their percentage from the line at about 76.
Drummond's checked in for the Cavaliers. Garland comes in for Porter. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. Carter, he's checked in for Luke Cornette. Lowry Marketing comes in for Thaddeus Young. Zach LaVine's checked in for Harrison. And Zedaransky subbed in for White. Sexton kicks to Garland. Drummond passes to Sexton. Shoots from the line. No good on that one. And the Bulls going the other way now. Last game matched up with the Magic. A tough loss there. Outside, LaVine. Lets it go with a 3. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago.
You got to give them an A for effort. Just fell a little bit short in that one.
It's one of those games where home court played a big role. There might have been a different result if they were in their own building.
6 to shoot. The drive by Nance. Sexton the pass to Osman. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top.
Pick up the pace, get the 2 for 1 here.
If that's how they want to end this quarter, they're going to have to score quick.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
So both teams making some changes here. Cavaliers trailing. Now Garland. And it's Osman missing. 19 seconds left here in the second. Hutchison passes to Levine. Now Valentine. Back to Levine. And even 3-on-3 break. Here's Garland. It doesn't go for him. And that's it for the first half of action in what's been a very close game here. Bulls lead by 1. A chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Tristan, what's the plan for the second half tonight?
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. It was a closely contested first quarter for Chicago. Some good action during the period, as it was just a... And...
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. It's been quite a game for Colin Sexton.
And even with the defense shading towards him on every trip down, he still finds a way to come up big.
He's so good at reading opportunities and seizing up on whatever the defense gives up.
Sexton and Osman on the perimeter. Andre Drummond is out there with Kevin Love. And it's Garland in at the point. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. Outside, Porter. Ball's knocked loose and stolen by Drummond. Now Cleveland moving it up. Here's Garland. The slam dunk by Garland.
Oh, man, fantastic awareness from the big man. Drummond has an impressive understanding for when his guys have clean looks.
Levine kicks to White and stolen by Love. In transition, here come the Cavaliers. Here's Sexton and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Marking in against Drummond. Good D by Drummond. The Cavaliers leading by 3. Well, Zach LaVine possesses a speed, Chris, and a burst that makes him a very tough matchup.
Yeah, and he has a great first step. I mean, when he's trying to beat a defender off the bounce, you can't let him get an edge to the hoop. He'll flush it on your head 9 times out of 10.
Players have different ways of leading. Some guys, Chris, are loud and fiery. Others let their play do all the talking. What was your approach?
Well, Kevin, it depended on what situation I was in. When I was in Sacramento, I could be the quiet, fiery guy that led through my actions because Vlade was more of a vocal guy, and we had a really good spirited team, so I didn't need to do much besides what we did in practice. In my younger days, when you want to win, you want to get out there, and maybe everyone doesn't have the sense of urgency that you do. You're a little bit more vocal, but I've always believed that the best leaders, no matter how well they communicate or anything else, the best leaders lead by example. And if you're telling everyone what to do and you're not doing it, usually it falls on deaf ears. So go out there and do it by example first, and everybody will follow.
Good advice. Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Tristan Thompson comes in for Andre Drummond. And Porter subbed in for Jetty Osman. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Here's Young. And he converts the layup. Young's got 6.
And with that one, he halts an 11-0 run by the Cavaliers.
Love outside. Pass to Garland. Love outside. They get the rebound. And Thompson kicks to Love. Out to the wing. Now, here's Sexton. Guarded by Levine. Bulls trail by 8. And it's Young at the elbow. And Young with the stuff.
Capable of doing many things well. Levine has a good sense of when his guys are open.
The kick out to Porter. Back to Sexton. Garland, the pass to Sexton. No good from outside.
He's forcing things a little bit in this quarter, settling for shots that he'd be better off passing up.
And now the fast break. Garland with the ball. Count it. Good. He's got 8.
They're not playing defense with anywhere near the passion they showed in the first half. There's been a big-time drop-off.
Dunn kicks to Cornette. That's in, coming off an assist from Dunn.
And this is what teammates expect from their point guards. Dunn, I mean, pacing the offense well there.
Now, here's Sexton. Guarded by Levine. Back to Sexton. Looking to get it going. Goes back up. Now the pass to Garland. Off target with his 3. Bulls trail by 6. Harrison passes to Cornette. Levine wide open. Up again. Thompson with the rebound. Cleveland's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Kicks it out to Love. Outside Porter. Now here's Garland. Defense right on him. That one wide left.
Fantastic positioning there to contest that one.
Oh, textbook defense. I mean, it took a good angle to the shooter and bothered the release.
Young right side. Dunn outside. Drains it from beyond the arc. Dunn's got his second basket of the night. The Cavaliers leading by 3. Sexton deciding where to go with it. Goes up on the high post. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Cornette's got 4 rebounds in this game. Levine kicks to Harrison and stolen by Love. Here's Sexton, and Sexton slams it in.
And Love does his best to come up with steals. He has active hands. You got to be cautious around him.
With the pass.
And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Cavaliers ahead. They lead by 5. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Cleveland. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
No, it's quick decision making. You see a guy open, you can't hesitate. That's an outstanding play.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. So for Chicago right now, we've got Valentine. White is out there with Satoransky. Then there's Carter. And it's Hutchinson in at the power forward. Chicago with the ball. It's a 5-point game. Feeds it to Carter, and then Carter with the dunk.
Oh, with noteworthy length and jumping ability, Carter Jr. can get it going above the rim.
Here's Windler. Satoransky covering. Windler the pass to Nance. Now here's Satoransky. He's guarded closely. He's got a clear path. Here's Drummond, and it's Drummond with the jam.
I mean, Drummond is always on the attack, a relentless force who runs the court extremely well.
Passes it to Satoransky, and there's the call on Jetty Osman. That is his first foul of the game. Bulls making a switch here. Markkanen's checked in. Here's Satoransky. 60 seconds off the clock here in the fourth. Off target from outside. The Cavaliers leading by 5. Cleveland moving the ball around. Now here's Garland. White covering. Garland kicks to Osman. Just 5 on the clock. Takes the 3. And the foul on Larry Nance Jr. That is his first foul of the game. Porter's checked in for Chandler Hutchison. And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for the Chicago Bulls. When this game is done, they'll be off to Miami to take on the Heat. That'll be the last game of their very short 3-game road tour. Markkanen passes to Satoransky. Back to Markkanen. Porter looking it over. Pass to Satoransky. Launches it. And the Bulls with another miss. Cavaliers leading. Windler, the pass to Garland. Here's Windler. Fires from deep. Markkanen pulls it in. On the wing, Porter. To the paint, here's White. That shot missing, and Cleveland will come the other way. They've led by as much as 10. Windler with the bucket. Windler's got his first 2 points.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
White with it. He's picked up by Nance. Shoots. Count it, and the Cavalier lead has been cut to just 5 points on the basket from White.
And hey, when you're a big shot maker in college, that often carries over to this level. Certainly pass for White.
Here's Windler. Cleveland gets it back, and Drummond is right there. And the Cavaliers lead by 7.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Porter finds White. Now here's Satoransky. He's guarded closely. Carter, the pass to Porter. Nance against Markkanen. Chicago needs to get off a shot here. And it's White missing. The Cavaliers leading by 7. The drive by Nance. That one falls.
Yeah, this league is in good shape when you talk about guys like Nance. The consummate role player does everything that's asked of him.
White, good.
Oh, great flow to that possession. 2 players totally in sync with each other.
Here's Windler. Satoransky covering. Pass to Garland. Here's Windler. White covering. Drummond trying to get himself free. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Both teams will make substitutions. There's 57 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And there's the pass to Markkanen. Back to Levine for 3. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Here's Osman. Now here's Sexton. Six on the shot clock. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. Garland, no good.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save them tonight.
Oh, well, it's tough, man. When you get to this point in the game, you fought hard, did your best, but it just wasn't enough. Oozing with confidence right now. You got to love seeing Levine capitalize in the clutch.
And here's Sexton. From deep three-point range, no good. And so it's Cleveland winning this one. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just the overall trust this group has in one another when it matters most. Doing what had to.
Once you pick your jumper, it's time to join the Clippers and test your build in a game against the Milwaukee Bucks.
Yes, and it's my player picking up the assist.
And if you're not feeling one of your builds, you have the ability to make 6 total builds and play 1 test game for each one. In the NBA 2K21 demo, you can also hit a...
And the Cavs trying to get a win at home and dressed for success. And the game arrivals sponsored by Express. Dress. And here's a look at some numbers for Sexton.
And you can see the surge in his level of confidence lately just by looking at that true shooting percentage. It's been moving straight up in the past 5 games. I think he's feeling it.
Here's the starting group for the Indiana Pacers. Warren and Turner at the 4 and 5. Then there's Oladipo. Then there's Malcolm Brogdon. And it's Holiday in at the 2-guard spot. And for the Cavaliers, Sexton and Osman on the perimeter. Andre Drummond is out there with Kevin Love. And it's Garland in at the point. Love kicks to Sexton. And with the playoffs ahead, some have argued for a play-in tournament, Clark, to determine the 6 through 10 seeds. What do you think of that?
An interesting concept. In theory, it certainly might allow for more teams to be engaged down the stretch. You know, with Adam Silver, he's very much interested in seeing how to make the game better in every way. So there are no sacred cows. Just because it's been done one way before doesn't mean that he's not looking at ways to change it for the group.
And keep that fan base really interested.
Yeah, that's a big part of what's made the league as successful as it has been worldwide.
Holiday, the pass to Warren. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Holiday.
I'm not sure whose fault that was, guys, but they need to get on the same page here.
Cavaliers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Now, here's Sexton, guarded by Holiday, with the putback, and Drummond is right there.
This is what Drummond is known for, fellas. I mean, assertive, aggressive, relentless, hard-working. He's just a dogged offensive rebounder.
Right side Warren, and stolen by Drummond. And now the fast break, Garland with the ball. Popped up there for Love. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Well, I tell you what, they've got this team just a step away from being completely sleep.
It's Drummond with the drive. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Miles Turner.
Selected 9th overall in the 2012 draft, Drummond's carved out a nice NBA career for himself.
You know, what a great job Nate McMillan has done since taking over as head coach, leading Indiana to 3 straight postseasons, and the style of play with which the team has played with, a credit to him and his staff.
The slam dunk by Garland.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
And, you know, that involves pounding it inside, getting as many points as you can right at the rim. That demoralizes the team.
And a big part of McMillan's success, getting his guys, Clark, to play hard for him every night.
Yeah, and I think you're right, because this team gets the most out of itself. It's one thing to assemble talent. It's another to bring people together so they're playing for each other. And these guys do that night in and night out.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they save the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
The Pacers making a switch here. McDermott's checked in.
You look at Oladipo, and he is really embracing his role as the leader of his team. He's a ferocious competitor, but also a compassionate, good teammate.
Warren the pass to Oladipo. That shot, no good. Nice D from Porter. The Cavaliers leading by 14. It's Drummond, high post. He's against Turner. Here's Porter. And there's another one for the Cavaliers.
Oh,
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Yeah, shots falling, off to a very good start offensively as a result.
Brogdon the pass to Warren, and a great assist by Brogdon as that one goes in.
This is the kind of unselfishness you love seeing from Brogdon, making sure he gets it to the open man.
Lays it up off the glass.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Pacers trail by 16. Warren with the ball. Outside to Brogdon. Back to Warren, and stolen by Love. And here's the fast break. Porter leading the way. And the shot goes in. Porter's got his second bucket tonight. And a closer look here at the hustle stance for Cleveland.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnovers.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Here's Brogdon. Nice shot from 10 feet out.
Can't allow Brogdon to get this much separation, especially in screen and rolls. He's dangerous.
Windler, the pass to Drummond. Passes to Garland. Back to Drummond. Just 5 to shoot. And that's a foul called on T.J. Warren. That's his first foul. Thompson, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. Nance comes in for Kevin Love. Knocks it loose and stolen by McConnell. Lots of room. Offensive rebound. Can't throw down the putback. Windler, the pass to Thompson. The Cavaliers shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game. The first free throw is good. And Porter drops them both. Here's Sampson. He got it up. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's the Cleveland Cavaliers controlling the game and finishing the quarter with a 20-point lead. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And looking at what we've seen, Cavaliers pretty much in control here, it would appear.
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, you know, I agree. No warm-up needed. They came in on fire and have already built a nice lead.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the court for Indiana, they've got T.J. McConnell, and it's Holiday in at the 3 spot. For Indiana, they come into this one following a loss to Boston.
And that was a shocker. Hard to believe that they dropped the ball, so to speak, on that one, and probably a tough pill for them to swallow.
And to lose it like they did, too. Wow, right at the end, man, makes it even tougher to take.
Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And a finalist for Coach of the Year in 2019, Nate McMillan passing 600 wins last season.
Well, you think about that. That's an impressive milestone for an outstanding coach in Nate McMillan. He moved into the top 25 all-time in wins. He's had 2 other stops as a head coach, Portland and Seattle, and I think he's doing some of his best work with the Pacers.
Itadze. Second chance shot. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
Clark, a lot of coaches like to run their offense through centers. Any names you can think of who you'd be comfortable running your offense through at that position?
Well, just because I've watched him and loved his game since locking into him, Jokic. Yes. Man, can he pass it. He can shoot it. He can score it inside. He's got such excellent hands and touch. He's at the top of the list. DeMarcus Cousins, big guy that can shoot it and pass it as well. And Marcus Hall is also in that list.
You'd feel comfortable with any of those guys holding the ball, distributing the ball, wouldn't you?
No doubt.
The Cavaliers leading by 17. And Justin Holiday picks up the foul. That's his first foul. The Pacers making a switch here. Holiday's checked in. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Sexton deciding where to go with it. The shot, no good.
Boy, just not scoring with the efficiency he'd like to. Tough quarter for him.
Outside Holiday. Nice D from Porter. And so Sexton will bring it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. They led the game at 1 point by 20.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Sampson's shot, good. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Now, here's Sexton. He's covered closely and wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. So it's the Pacers now. Pacers trail by 17. And there's the call on Jetty Osman. That's his first foul. Doug McDermott, he's checked in for Indiana. 3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. And the shot goes down. Holiday's got his first basket.
Really nice job moving the ball around that time, picking apart that defense.
Here's Thompson. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
It's stolen by Nance. Windler, the pass to Thompson. Now, here's Garland. He's covered by McConnell. Garland with the bucket.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more. Boy, you've got to appreciate the passing there. Results in a great look.
Windler, the pass to Nance. Now, here's Garland. He's covered by McConnell. Garland with the bucket. Pacers trail by 19. The pass to McDermott. Right side Holiday. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Bitadze's got 6.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Here's Osman. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Out to Nance. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Windler. No good with the triple. The Pacers have gone 6 of 10 from the floor here in the second quarter. Here's Holiday. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Sometimes, for whatever reason, a lot of times you don't know why. It takes a little while to work the knots out, but it looks like they're putting it together right now.
Bitadze can't hit.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And so it's Cleveland out in front. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. Cleveland did not hesitate to set the pace. They went to work early at both ends of the floor. And that does it for our...
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. The Cavaliers leading by 17. Ashman and Love are the forwards. Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. And it's Drummond in at the 5, roaming the paint. And that's the group for John Beilein as we begin the second half.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
Love kicks to Drummond. And here's Sexton. Over Oladipo. Sexton's shot is good. Sexton's got his third bucket of the night.
Clever and confident in that pick and roll. Sexton's decision-making in these sets has really improved.
Oladipo dishes to Holiday. From deep. The rebound by Kevin Love. Love's got 6 rebounds in the game.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Porter's checked in for Jetty Osman. And the Pacers also making a change. Sumner's checked in. Garland kicks to Porter. Drummond passes to Garland. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
Here's Brogdon, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Brogdon's got his second bucket of the night.
You know, Malcolm Brogdon is not the biggest guy, but that does not stop him from being aggressive and assertive inside.
Sexton up top. 6 points for him. The putback, it's good on the putback.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
And it's Warren with the ball for the Pacers. After this one, they're off to Philadelphia to take on the 76ers. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip. And Sumner gets it to go.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Porter kicks to Garland. Love outside. Shot clock at 6. It's hauled in by Warren. Pacers trail by 19. Sumner passes to Turner. Some nice passing here by Indiana. Here's Brogdon. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Now Garland. Off the mark, only his second miss in 7 attempts. There's the lob to Oladipo. Out of bounds, Cleveland takes possession.
And historically, you almost never saw a great shot blocker who could also knock down triples at a high clip. But count Miles Turner among the unicorns who provide that rare combination.
Jakar Sampson's checked in for Oladipo.
A dangerous scorer from mid-range. Sexton loves to take that shot when he gets it in rhythm.
Here's Sumner. The Cavaliers pull it in. Love's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. And the stretch center in demand. For Miles Turner, Greg, how does he take that next step as a player?
Getting stronger. And continuing to improve his recognition and communication at both ends of the floor.
Sumner passes to Brogdon. Over Sexton. And that one's good, Brogdon. Brogdon's got 4 points this quarter.
Brogdon extremely confident because he knows he has the green light to fire off the catch.
Stolen by Warren. Fast break. Here comes Indiana. Here's Sumner. Offline with the baseline jumper. The Cavaliers leading by 21. Here's Porter. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Porter's got 12 points in the game.
I like the fact he had his head up immediately looking to make the dish down the floor. Get rid of it quickly.
It's a quick shot.
You know, they'll take the points, but I'm sure coach would prefer a higher percentage look next time.
Now, here's Sexton. Guarded closer. Can't cash in from the high post.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock, and that one's good by Porter.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Here's Sumner. Windler with the rebound.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
And that's a foul called on T.J. Warren. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Just 4 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's Cleveland riding high with a 23-point lead heading into the break. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. Back right after this. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the 4th quarter, but stranger things have happened. And a look at the 5 for the Pacers to start the 4th quarter. They've got Doug McDermott. He's out there with Turner. And it's Bitadze in at the 5 spot. And the Cavaliers making a change here. Garland's checked in. 5 on the clock. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Clark, over the last couple decades, the role of the big man has changed and required more skill outside shooting among them.
Yeah, that's one of the things. And then the ability to move your feet defensively.
Yes.
Because the three-point shot spaces the floor so much, and a lot of times teams will have 4, maybe 5 perimeter shooters out there regardless of size. So big guys, if they're going to play in that type of an alignment, have to be able to move their feet and effectively guard perimeter players and also make shots from the perimeter as well.
Amazing to see guys that big out there sometimes with a one-on-one with the guard, like on the three-point line.
No doubt. And also the big guys, we've got a ton of them, Kevin, across the league that can really knock down the three-point shot.
Catching up on the changes now for Indiana. Leaf comes in for Miles Turner, and it's T.J. McConnell in for Aaron Holiday. He gets that one.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
4th quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Pass to McConnell from deep.
That's his 2nd personal foul.
They've been doing a great job of sharing the ball.
And guys, Sade comes to mind for me because right now that offense, it's a smooth operator.
Zizic, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Hey, Clark, the NBA moved the presentation of the MVP award to after the conclusion of the finals. You like that?
Yes and no. I think you have 2 separate awards. You could have a playoff MVP or a finals MVP, which we have. And then you have a regular season MVP. The MVP is for the body of work done during the regular season. So I think there should be a clear separation between the two, quite honestly. So, no, I don't like it.
At least you're honest, Clark. And it's in there. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Cavaliers.
Their defense has been outstanding, closing out on shots and blocking a few as well.
Something that's also benefited them tonight are the turnovers they've forced and the points that have come along with those forced turnovers. You know, the defense has to be better. I mean, you can't give up that look.
Pass to Osman. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
No misses yet. You can't do much better than that, guys.
Do you think it helps the pace of the game with the NBA recently modifying the shot clock rule that after an offensive rebound, it doesn't go back to 24, it goes now to the new number, 14 seconds?
Well, I really like the rule because you don't have to bring the ball over the half-court line, which is 8 seconds, so it makes sense, and it does speed up the game, in my opinion.
And so it's Dellavedova. He'll bring it up for the Cavaliers. passes it to Bell. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Clark, a lot of fans ask us what qualifies as a legal screen versus a moving screen. They feel there's a lot of gray area there. What do you think?
Well, I think there is some gray area because the problem you have, one of the problems is a number of veterans out there have become really masters at getting a little extra into their screen, which borders on illegal and many times is. So the league is doing a pretty good job of clarifying. And if you're moving your lower or upper body to help a teammate with your screen, then that should be called. And most times it is called as illegal. A hip check, a shoulder, any of that to set a screen is illegal.
For Cleveland, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Back to Osman. Cleveland moving the ball around. Dellavedova scanning the floor. Clock at 6. From deep three-point range, that one's not going to go. So Indiana will take it the other way. And out of bounds, the Cavaliers will take it. Porter's checked in for the Cavaliers. Then for the Pacers, Shakar Sampson's checked in for McDermott. And Edmund Sumner's subbed in for Justin Holiday.
You know what? You've got to always be in control of your emotions.
Great frustration right there, and I agree with you. Self-control of your emotions, a must-have if you're going to play winning basketball.
And both free throws good for Dellavedova.
And Dellavedova from down under, the former undrafted free agent, has come a long way, literally and figuratively. A pivotal role player.
Basket counts. A look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Clark, you and I are amazed at how the global interest of the NBA has just gone through the roof. The league has made a lot of right moves, I think, in this area.
They sure have, Kevin. I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, the international reach through what coaches in this country have done in teaching the game and promoting the game. Not just coaches, but players as well. I think there's something about the game of basketball that just really transcends cultures. The pace of the game, the personality of the players, the creativity of the game, all of that lends itself to being so popular globally.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Cavaliers.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And a milestone win for the season. This will push their victory total to 20 wins even. And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Darius Garland.
A big part of their success was his ability to keep the ball moving, finding guys when they would flash open.
Three-pointer, Dellavedova, once again off the mark by Cleveland.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
And Sumner gets it to go.
And you can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
Yeah, you know, I agree with you. They waited too long to finally ramp themselves up.
And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here.
Jump ball.
And so here's Cleveland. And Bell kicks to Exum. Back to Bell. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And a jack-of-all-trades kind of player. Bell reminds me of a younger Draymond Green, a prospect on the rise.
Second free throw, no good. And it's the Pacers with the ball. Stolen by Exum, tipped away. Inside, and a fast break now for the Pacers. Another shot. He lays it in.
You've got to box out on the boards. When you don't, that's what happens.
And there's the foul. It'll go on T.J. McConnell. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Your Cavaliers, Matthew Dellavedova.
And that one misses.
At the line for 2.
Good on the second free throw. 6 seconds left in the fourth quarter. From deep. And so it's Cleveland taking care of business in this one. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that, all right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
time my players started, and of course, all-time Lakers versus all-time Celtics.
Just out of curiosity, Chris, who has more championship rings?
Yeah, I was going to talk about the Lakers, but then you bring up that argument, and I really don't have anything to say about it, unfortunately. So that's a low blow.
So I'm going with the Celtics.
I'm going to go with the Lakers.
And in the locker room, each guy has been going over and through his own routine to get ready. But once they take... And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Sexton.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different score than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
A look at the starting group for the Magic. Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. And it's Ennis in at the 3 spot. And for Cleveland, Sexton and Osman on the perimeter. Andre Drummond is out there with Kevin Love. And it's Garland in at the point. Love kicks to Osman over Ennis. And it's Osman missing. On offense, here are the Magic.
Well, not an easy act to follow if you're Cedi Osman, right? You are taking over for LeBron James, one of the greats in the game, but I love his confidence.
And a long windup and strong follow-through on the one-hand jam.
Yeah, he's not going to mess that one up. Here's Sexton. It's hauled in by the Magic. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago.
Well, you know this about Kevin Love. He is willing to be a workhorse on the glass for them, and you will not have him ever give up on a play.
And Augustine kicks to Vucevic. And the Cavaliers pushing it up now. Sexton the pass to Garland. And he uses the glass on the layup. Garland's got his second bucket. And the 31st pick back in 2015, Osman, a do-it-all energy type of player, Doris.
Yeah, he was one of LeBron's favorite teammates when he led the Cavs. They trained together all summer. No better role model for Cedi than perhaps the best player in NBA history.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
And then Gordon with the dunk.
Well, you can see why his teammates love playing with him. Vucevic willing to find the open guy.
Cleveland moving it around. Here's Osman. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Aaron Gordon. The Cavaliers shooting their first shots of the night from the charity stripe.
And as a team, really just middle of the pack in terms of their percentage from the line at about 76.
Inching our way toward the end of the season here in the NBA, Doris, and just how much fatigue after all these games and all these months and practices and travel, how much fatigue are these players feeling, you think, right now?
Well, I think NBA players like to tell us, come March, come April, everybody has bumps and bruises. No one is 100%. What you're hoping to do as an NBA organization is manage the rest that you can possibly give to your guys down the stretch of the season, because the healthier you are going into the postseason, the better off you're going to be.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. The open look here for Sexton. Cleveland gets it back. The shot, no good. The Magic trail by 5. Fast break. Here come the Magic for 3. Fournier. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
I love the decision-making of Evan Fournier. Just fantastic at pulling up in rhythm.
Sexton kicks to Love. Back to Sexton. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark.
Boy, with his shot not falling right now, it might be time to look in a different direction. See if you can get your teammates started.
Gordon dishes to Ennis. Shot clock at 6. There's the pass to Vucevic. It's good. The assist that time from Ennis. And this game is tied up now.
You love the decisiveness with which Vucevic is making these decisions. He's got the green light to shoot it on the catch. Boy, a tough go for him in this quarter. You can see how desperately he wants to get things started. He just can't make a shot.
Ennis passes to Augustine. The dish now to Gordon. Ennis in the corner. The Magic need to get a shot off here.
You love seeing Aaron Gordon in the pick and roll. This guy is adept at setting screens and then getting into open space.
Here's Drummond. No good. They had a chance to end the run there.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there. And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from D.
Now, here's Sexton. 26 points for him last game against Chicago.
And what opened things up for him was his passing. He was making so many plays that the D had to play off him.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And Augustine kicks to Vucevic. Pass to Gordon. Tries again. And he makes good on the layup.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Sexton deciding where to go with it. Passes it to Garland. The basket good off the assist from Sexton. 7 points for Darius Garland.
Well, a nice job by Colin Sexton to find the open man. You want to see court awareness from the young gun.
And so it's Aaron Gordon making things happen for Orlando. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems.
This will be a rotation player.
And with the importance of the three ball nowadays, Greg, a great goal for Ennis.
He possesses length and athleticism on the wing, and if he can reliably knock down the triple, he's a consistent rotation player in this league.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And when you consider how the Magic are doing, what do you think?
Playing inside out in that first quarter led to some high percentage shots in the paint.
It is great when you can get that established early, because to me it opens up every other aspect of your game.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the court for Orlando, they've got Michael Carter-Williams. Also, Markelle Fultz out there. Terrence Ross is out there with Bamba. And it's Birch in at the 4 slot. A second chance effort, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
The Cavaliers shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. Free throw good, Garland. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
You can tell when he steps to the line the kind of confidence he has in himself. It's written all over his body language.
Trying his luck from deep. Carter-Williams can't get it to go. The Cavaliers have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter.
Guys, what you love about Tristan Thompson, he never lets up off the offensive glass. He is thirsty for offensive boards.
Bamba passes to Birch. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And the rebound rate steadily climbing for Tristan Thompson, Doris, in recent seasons.
Yeah, so much so, Kevin, that he set a career high back in 2018-19. You think about over the last 4 years, he has averaged more rebounds than points.
Here's Windler. Can't hit that one. And Orlando the other way now. They went to Cleveland for their last meeting with the Cavaliers, and they came out with a win.
And they did win that last game in this matchup. And it seemed they got the benefit of the whistle.
Good on the shot.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Nance finds Porter. The Cavaliers again can't hit. Orlando leading. Ross passes to Birch. Now here's Carter-Williams. Garland with the rebound. Outside Porter. Bamba with the block.
Well, this is one of Bamba's big-time strengths. Send it back, Mo.
Carter-Williams with the bucket.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Pass to Garland. Cleveland moving it around. Porter, no luck.
Boy, at some point, you've got to realize there might be a better option standing next to you. This guy has not made one basket in this period.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. He feeds it to Nance. Porter kicks to Garland. Here's Windler. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
I think the activity level that Tristan Thompson plays with on missed shots is something every NBA player can learn from.
Ross on the wing. The pass to Bamba. Down low. Here's Birch. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one on Nance. Doris, you and I enjoy discussing pure sport. Great shooters, but guys that can score a myriad of ways. Give us a couple of names that we don't always hear about that really impressed you.
Well, one young man who I think has got an offensive game that is really continuing to grow and is quite beautiful already is Zach LaVine. But probably the best example, Kev, would have to be the multi-time winner of the Six-Man Award, and that's Sweet Lou Williams. This guy can score against any defense. He's great in pick and roll. He has become a better playmaker, but Lou Williams is a problem to guard.
And as people will say, he is a professional scorer.
That's perfect, yes.
Shoots from the baseline. Fultz, no good.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Boy, it's been a struggle in this quarter, and the team needs more from him, there's no doubt.
And slam dunk by Vucevic.
Well, Evan Fournier is a fundamentally sound player, and if his teammates are open, he will deliver the rock.
Sexton, the pass to Thompson. The kick out to Porter. Got a piece of it. Thompson dishes to Porter. Pass to Nance. 6 to shoot. And Vucevic pulls it down. Vucevic has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Fultz, and he finishes nicely on the layup. Fultz has got the lead up to 6 now for Orlando. Now Sexton. He has 7, and that's a foul called on Colin Sexton. That's his first foul.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. Augustine passes to Gordon.
I always like to hold for the last shot right here.
Well, that's great execution if you can do that, because it takes any chance of momentum away from your opponent.
12 seconds left in the first half of the game. And here's Vucevic. Gordon kicks to Augustine. Lets it go from deep.
Make no mistake, Colin Sexton is a tenacious.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, back. What a start it was for Aaron Gordon. He had 9 points and 2 rebounds. And that does it for our halftime show. We now...
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Well, you got to like what Aaron Gordon has done in this game.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
Ashman and Love are the forwards. Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. And it's Drummond in at the 5 spot. And that's the group for John Beilein as we begin the second half. Ashman the pass to Garland. Love right side. To the middle, stolen by Gordon. Fast break. Here come the Magic. The shot's good from Fournier. Fournier's got it going here in the start of the second half. The first points in the third quarter for the Magic.
And one of the more transcendent athletes in the game. Aaron Gordon still has some untapped potential. He could make a big leap.
Love can't hit.
Well, I guarantee you this is not what they talked about in the locker room. 0 for 3 and looking lost.
Augustine finds Vucevic. Augustine against Love. Here's Gordon. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5 for 8 clip. And Greg, we've seen Gordon playing in a slower paced system. He was asked to play at the small forward.
Not ideal, Kevin. He's better off as a small ball power forward, getting out in the lane and using those springs to rise over the D. Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
Cavaliers with the rebound. Drummond's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Sexton. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Sexton's got 11 points.
Well, that kind of assist will make you very popular with your teammates. Kevin Love is adept as a big man at putting it on time and on target.
Here's Fournier. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. This is his first free throw of the game. And the first one drops.
You know, there's an unpredictability about what Evan Fournier does that keeps defenders guessing. This guy is outstanding at using that to his advantage.
Here's what Orlando's going with right now. Mohamed Bamba, he's checked in for Vucevic. Terrence Ross comes in for Ennis. And it's Carter Williams in for Augustine. Windler, the pass to Osman. 5 to shoot. Love kicks to Osman. Shoots over Fournier. They get it again. And Drummond is right there.
Pursues the offensive glass with purpose. Drummond knows who he is, and boy, does he attack it.
And that one is good. 13 points for Aaron Gordon.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Here's Windler. Drummond controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
They continue to be outworked and outmuscled on the backboard.
Carter Williams kicks to Fournier. 1:53 left in the third. Pass to Bamba. Back to Ross. Inside. Here's Gordon. Got it. Number 7 on the night. 7 for 11 from the floor.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Pass to Osman. And it's good from the elbow.
And you see the ability to rise and fire from mid-range, even against that length.
Well, I'll tell you, I love that he's not afraid to take on the size mismatch there, Greg. It doesn't matter. Just make shots.
Kicks to Garland. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Goes up to the stripe. And it's Osman missing.
Boy, against so little defensive pressure, you have to convert that.
And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Here's Windler. That falls. Great assist by Love. Love's got 3 assists in the game.
And the court vision from Kevin Love. He is so good at finding open teammates.
And there's the call on Jetty Osman. That's his first foul for the Cavaliers. Thompson, he's checked in for Andre Drummond. Nance comes in for Kevin Love. And Porter subbed in for Jetty Osman. Time to change for the Magic. Markelle Fultz is checked in for Michael Carter Williams. Here's Gordon. And he elevates for the slam. Thompson did not like that.
Well, easy to see why Aaron Gordon has been in multiple dunk contests. The arsenal, the creativity, limitless.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Gets the bucket and the foul. It's on Markelle Fultz.
How about that one? Able to maintain control and finish the play.
Colin Sexton, he's checked in for Garland. Vucevic checked in for the Magic. Augustine comes in for Fournier. We've got 22 seconds left to play in the third. Vucevic dishes to Gordon. He kicks it to Augustine. And the pass to Vucevic. And here is Ross. He's covered by Thompson. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one on Nance.
And this, to me, is where Aaron Gordon can excel. This guy embraces contact on the way up.
And both free throws good for Gordon. Porter with it. Here's Sexton, and he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in.
Now you love to see DJ Augustine just hustling all over the floor defensively. What a great job contesting.
And so it's Aaron Gordon making things happen for Orlando. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And we'll be right back after this. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. On the court for Orlando, at the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. DJ Augustine out there with Fultz, and it's Ennis in at the 3 slot. Sexton, the jumper from the free throw line is good.
Colin Sexton, early in his career, has demonstrated great instincts in the pick and roll. Good decision making.
To the paint, here's Vucevic, fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Well, they say the post-up big man is dead and gone in the NBA. But don't tell that to Nikola Vucevic. An offensive focal point, and he does some of his best work on that low block. And his defense, so valuable. Not many can bother that shot at the rim.
Boy, you see the effort. You see the range. This guy prides himself in his ability to shut you down.
And you look at the footwork of Vucevic inside, his moves and counter moves. Terrific.
Shades of Kevin McHale. And that's something he's continued to develop in the pros. A response to defenders who often surpass him athletically.
He's looking for Gordon and finds him. Ennis passes to Vucevic. The shot comes out. Good D by Thompson. The Cavaliers trail by 5. And it's Thompson with the jam.
Boy, how about that determination by Thompson? Love to see that kind of focus in transition.
Augustine passes to Gordon. It's good. Gordon's got 4 points this quarter.
Well, they're winning largely because of this guy's play. He has been sensational.
And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen. And here's what the schedule for Orlando looks like. On Sunday, they'll head home to take on the Charlotte Hornets. Then on Tuesday, they'll be playing against Blake Griffin and the Detroit Pistons.
And just looking ahead to what's on tap, there are a lot of winnable games for them, but you can't go into the stretch with that mentality. You've got to focus on what's in front of you and bring it every night.
Here's Love. Moves back up. Shoots over Vucevic. That one's good, and the Magic lead is cut down now to just 3 on the bucket from Love. And stolen by Sexton. Love in the post. Knocked away. There's Garland. Love trying to break loose. And there's Garland. That's good on the assist by Sexton.
Sexton is a point guard. It is his job to share the wealth, and he does there.
Garland kicks to Love. Looking for Sexton. He gets it there. Back to Love. Dishes to Drummond. Love right side. To take the lead. Orlando grabs the miss.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
Here's Augustine. Takes it off the glass.
Augustine in the clutch. DJ doing it.
The Cavaliers trail by 3. Here's Sexton. Here's Drummond. The basket good off the assist from Sexton. Sexton's got 4 assists now tonight.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
You know, we've talked about execution offensively coming down the stretch. To me, it's as important defensively, and they didn't have it.
Quick job of getting up the floor and creating early offense.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look. Wow, Vucevic with the big-time delivery. The Montenegrin says, that's my shot.
Kicks it out to Love. Back to Sexton. pass to Drummond. Love trying to break loose. The offensive rebound and contact. And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. We'll have to now review the personal foul in question.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call. The coach's challenge has been issued. Close game like this, down to the wire, this is what it's for.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively and involving the coaches by being able to. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, I was able to listen in on John Beilein's huddle with his team. He knows this has been a hard-fought game, and he wanted his guys to just sit down and catch their breath. He said, look, we're right in the game, guys. Let's make a little push here. Let's come out with some bite. Kevin?
Okay, David, thanks. This is it to Vucevic. Gordon kicks to Fournier. Orlando moving the ball around. Vucevic dishes to Ennis. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Vucevic. That's to Ennis. Unloads. No good.
And this is what dominating the glass looks like. He just cannot be contained.
Wow, what a performance. And he's not just winning with physical ability, he's winning with anticipation.
And he's been a force on the glass all game long.
A lot of it comes down to great fundamentals. Establishing position early, controlling the backboards.
Timeout called the Cavaliers. They could win it. Shot is good. But, it looks like this one might get reviewed. Very close on the release. And the officials are headed to the scores table to review it. Let's see what happens here. Beyond overtime, if the original ruling of no basket is confirmed.
And the footage relayed to the...
And so it's Cleveland who comes out on top here. That